This is the Real Estate Fun Game for Property Ownership 4. Here are your instructions. For each question, the answer will appear. You'll provide the question, just like that very famous TV game show. You'll get 3 seconds to come up with the answer. Keep track of right or wrong, just so you can measure progress. Run this fun game as many times as it takes until you're ready for prime time. Are you ready? Question 1. An estate less than freehold is considered personal property and typically means it is this. What is a rental? These can also be called leasehold estates. Question 2. This type of property ownership entitles the holder to ownership and possession for a lifetime or longer. What is a freehold estate? Question 3. This type of ownership entitles the holder to possession only, and the duration is less than a lifetime. What is less than freehold? Question 4. This is the holder of a less than freehold estate. Who is the lessee? The owner of the property is the lessor. Question 6. This person may occupy and use a property exclusively as long as he or she has a valid lease, abides by it, and pays the rent on time. Who is the lessee? Question 7. This person cannot occupy or use the property until the lease has expired. Who is the landlord? Question 8. This is the right of the landlord to regain the property at the end of the lease period. What is the reversion interest? Question 9. In this category of leasehold estate, there's a specific starting and ending date and does not have to be more than 1 year. What is estate for years? Question 10. In this type of leasehold estate, the estate is from year to year, begins with the original lease period with a fixed duration, and automatically is renewed for another period unless the lessor or lessee acts to terminate it. What is a periodic estate? Question 11. In this type of leasehold estate, the agreement may be terminated at any time. Otherwise, this is a normal landlord-tenant relationship. What is estate at will? Note, in Georgia, the landlord must give 60 days termination notice and the tenant must give 30 days notice. Question 12. In this type of leasehold estate, a tenant remains in his or her tenancy without the consent of the landlord. What is a tenancy at sufferance? Question 13. When a tenant remains in possession beyond his or her tenancy without consent, he or she is known as this. What is a holdover tenant or tenant at sufferance? Question 14. If done in a timely manner, this may happen to a holdover tenant. What is eviction? Question 15. If a tenant has a landlord's permission to remain in possession after the lease is terminated, the tenancy becomes this. What is a tenant at will? That's it for Property Ownership 4. Click on some of our other tests as a fun, fast way to learn your real estate terminology.